Blessings. Welcome to the Futures Black Podcast. I am Nasir Gifted and
I am JoJo Abanavi, right?
And this is the Futures Black Podcast. We are at episode 39, where we're talking about the Afrofuturistic Code, programming the future live from ByteCon. Today we're going to kind of get into a conference that me and JoJo was both a part of, which was called ByteCon, that took place in Miami, Florida, where we talk about,
Black innovation, technology, and entertainment.
Yes, I was going to get into that, but I was thinking about something else that kind of comes along with it. But thank you for jumping in and giving me the lifeline that kind of saved you. So with that, before we start, we want to get into our Black Futures Now segment. And this part is about one of the keynote speakers that was speaking during ByteCon, which was Henry Crockett of the Crockett Foundation. He did a phenomenal talk. And the one thing about Henry Crockett, when we talk about Black intelligent men, right? And one of the things, he is an ex-football player. And when you see ex-football player, you start thinking jock. You don't think about, technology. You don't start talking about STEM or innovation or anything. But Henry Crockett is the co-founder and president of Crockett Foundation, a South Florida-based nonprofit organization that serves youth through educational programs with a mission to help build character, develop leaders, and improve the community one child at a time. Henry Crockett, who is a native of Pompano Beach, Florida, earned an athletic scholarship to Florida State University, where he joined his older brother, Zach, and was also a member of the 1993 National Champions and Atlantic Coast Conference champions from 93 to 97. And 97, Crockett was selected in the 4th round of the National Football League, the NFL draft, where he played for 7 seasons, 5 seasons with the Atlanta Falcons and 2 seasons with the Minnesota Vikings. He was a starting player with the Atlanta Falcons and in the Super Bowl in 1999, which was Super Bowl 33. Shortly after being drafted to the Atlanta Falcons, Crockett founded Team 94, a nonprofit organization that assisted at-risk youth with after-school tutoring and mentoring in the metropolitan Atlanta area. Through his individual efforts with Team 94, Mr. Crockett was able to help several adults, young adults in the Atlanta area achieve their dreams of attending college, which seemed to be out of reach for them at the time. Crockett was so inspired by the progress and achievements of the youth enrolled in Team 94 that he sought to expand his philanthropic. Boy, I am having a rough time today pronouncing word. Philanthropic reach. And after relocating to Minnesota, where he was traded to, man, I feel like starting all over, guys. These allergies kicking my butt. After relocating to Minnesota, where he was traded to the Vikings, Crockett co-founded the Crockett Foundation with his brother Zach. The brothers returned to their hometown in Florida during the 2002 offseason and began hosting an annual Crockett Foundation weekend, which included a black tie gala, a golf tournament, and a football camp for youth to raise money for educational tutoring and mentoring programs. I say all of that because the stuff that he's doing now, so that started in 2000, his journey in 2002, but the stuff that he's doing now with technology, with the Crockett Foundation and the outreach that he's doing with the youth down in South Florida is super phenomenal. And we just had the opportunity to not only hear him, but be with him in his presence to be able to talk about the mission and then the amount of young people that he's looking to touch, when we talk about innovation. And the overriding themes when we talk about ByteCon, was, I want to say that JoJo here was a host for a couple of the particular panels and everything, but there were some overriding themes that were happening, throughout this entire week. We had a whole week of activities.
Yeah, it was a week of activities.
Yeah, it's a whole week of activities. Started from Monday to Sunday.
Yep.
On Monday, we actually, Reggie, we talk about Reggie Sneed, who did the Microsoft Innovation Challenge,
Yes.
where we had about 10 to 12 individuals who were getting Microsoft certifications during this time. Well, we're getting training so they can get some Microsoft certifications. What were some of the areas that they were getting trained in for those particular certifications?
Yeah, that was for the Azure Fundamentals.
Okay.
So it was a 3-day boot camp for them.
Okay.
And at the end of the 3 days, they get the voucher so they can take the test.
So they could take the test for the certification.
For the
and everything.
certification.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then, I mean, this was all coming free of charge. We had about 12 individuals who took advantage of this opportunity, and that was super, super dope to be able to have that. With that, Henry Crockett of the Crockett Foundation he's also the Orange Bowl president and chair. So, I definitely want to make sure I give him his flowers with regards to that. And, go ahead.
You're just going to bypass the other thing we did on Monday?
Hold on. I see. Now I got to rewind. Is this a JoJo's Rewind session?
No, this is a Nasib moment.
Oh, yes, it actually is. Oh, so we did meet the author. Yes, we did. We meet the author. When it comes to me, I really, I don't, I look at everything else and I don't look. But yes, we did meet the author with Nasib Gifted, where I talked about with Kamar Thompson, and with regards to the actual meet the author, pretty much went through Jays and the Rose That Grew from the Concrete, which is actually nominated for 4 Glyph Awards, which is super, super excited about. Pretty much, so if you didn't get a chance to see that, that's actually on LinkedIn. We'll post that on our, the Futures Black channel. So you'll actually see a link to that within this particular thing. So you can actually see that whole interview. But we really just had a good time talking about, the story behind the story, the behind the scenes, the inspiration for this actual project and everything, and then how we actually got to this point. So that was Monday. Then Tuesday, we had the Innovation Challenge again. So that was day 2. Also, we had lunch at the Little Greenhouse. So shout out to the Little Greenhouse. And then we did the Overtown tour where we visited the Black Innovation Center, which is a phenomenal space where, kind of ties right into everything that we're doing. We talk about Black and we talk about innovation, empowerment. So that we actually did a little slight interview there, just trying to let people know about the week. We toured the farm that they have in the...
So they actually feed like a lot of people with the food there, and that's
I love that because we talk about farm to table, we talk about growing your own, with all the chemicals and stuff that they put in all of this stuff, that is something that's super phenomenal. Then we went from the garden and then we tapped into, where did we go next? Oh, we went to the Hampton House. Went to the Hampton House. So we went to the Hampton House. They had a phenomenal exhibit, talking about the various local artists of Miami. So, you have a number of big names who used to come to Miami, like your Nat King Cole's, and I'm trying to remember some of the names that he mentioned, within this particular space. But anyone who would tour and come down to Miami, they will hire the local artists within that particular area, and then they would actually play sets with the big name individuals who were down in that area when they would, do their concerts in the downtown Miami area. And these local artists, which a lot may go unnamed, beyond the Miami area, but were sticklers of the community and had the opportunity to not only play with these artists, but, make a name for themselves. So there was an exhibit that showcased all of these particular artists. So that was super, super phenomenal. And we had the tour by, go ahead, fill in the blank for who did the tour? Chris, yes.
Yeah, so something about the photos. So the musicians, they went back to the places where they played at. And that's where they took the photos.
Oh, yeah.
And what made it so magical was that a lot of the times, what used to be there is no longer there. So you'll see this beautiful musician standing in a field, but you can just imagine, looking at the joy in their faces, you can just imagine and see what was going on at the time around them.
And I'm thinking
such a good image.
No, definitely it was. And I'm thinking like, just referencing centers for one hot second, like the juke joints, right? I'm thinking about these famous juke joints that was down in the Miami area during that time, and now they no longer exist, but these artists, had opportunities to not only showcase their talent, but play and be a part of that particular community. So that exhibit, we spent some time there doing that, and that was Tuesday. Oh,
did you go upstairs? Did you happen to go upstairs?
I did go upstairs. Oh, with all of the local DJs.
Yeah, so it's the now versus them inside. So upstairs was photographs of all the local DJs.
Yep. So shout out to them.
Another.
Shout out to them. So if you get a chance to definitely check out the Hampton House, Chris Norwood. We actually had high school grad, science high school graduate, from Newark, New Jersey. So shout out to you in the Hampton House. So if you're down in the Miami area, definitely check out the Hampton House. So that was Tuesday. And, did we do something that evening? I'm trying to remember. This is all a blur for me.
Yes, I think we did do something Tuesday.
What happened Tuesday evening? Anything happened?
Yes, we met at the one hotel that was around for my.
Oh yes. So that was the Black Tech meetup, right?
Yes.
So that we had a Black Tech meetup, co-sponsored by. It was BikeCon and I think it was the Black Tech meetup.
I believe.
Yeah. So. Please check our facts on that. You'll be able to see that. You can do a little research and be able to pull it right up. Then Wednesday was the third day of the Innovation Challenge.
Yes.
And then from there, we had our kickoff party.
Yep, at the
Cave. With no, it wasn't Lucky C this year. I'm about to jack that whole thing up. The DJ. Who was the DJ? Now I'm about to pull all this stuff up now. Because I know you had it in the
Well,
chat.
while you're looking, we had really good vegan food right up the street from the Cave.
Oh.
Yeah, that was really, really nice. If you're looking for some good vegan food, good conversation, because they'll talk to you about the health benefits of the food as well and the herbs.
So the individuals that formulated this whole BikeCon, week will be Kamara Thompson and Tamonte Leary, who also, Tamonte also is a member of Microsoft. You have the, look at you.
This is the conference.
That's the conference.
Whole week, though.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that was the kickoff party at the Cave, which, we had a really nice time. And then that rolled right into the conference. And the conference, which was 2 days of phenomenal speakers. We had over 60 speakers that...
A lot of speakers.
There's a lot of speakers. There was a number of things, and there was some overriding themes, and I'm going to let JoJo kind of get into the overriding themes of some of the learning, the big ideas of learning that was going on within this particular conference. So I'm going to just hand that over to JoJo.
Yeah. So the themes were really striking this year for me, because this is my second year helping out with the BikeCon conference. The first major theme was about owning your IP.
Mm-hmm.
It's like when you create something, you want to make sure that you are identified as the owner. And with Web3 and blockchain, that gives you the ability to use smart contracts on a lot of your IP. And something that was mentioned during one of the panels is how they're using smart contracts even for agriculture. So when they're growing different types of grapes, for instance, they can put it onto the blockchain. So if anybody else takes that and develops something else from it, you can trace it back to the original grape that was used for it. Another theme was moving forward collectively, noticing the power in harnessing the community, be it through feedback, be it through equity building, using different equity coins that you have out there now where you can invest in real estate and buy onto the blockchain, buy the coin to get the residual income coming in from the rentals.
And utilizing the smart contracts to be able to leverage that as well.
Okay. Another item was the need to stay ethical,
Mm.
all the things that were coming out with AI. Sometimes technology moves faster than our legal system.
Mm-hmm.
So there is a point where you have to look at the situation and say, hey, I could do this and not get any trouble with law, but is it really right for me to do that? So it's essential for fostering trust, integrity, and a positive societal impact in whatever we're doing with AI or any technology.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because a lot of people were talking, just because it's not on the law books yet, like how are we impacting the community as a whole? So that was a point that we were very stickler on. I know on one of the particular panels that you were moderating, we talked about that as well. Okay.
Going forward, another one is having a growth mindset. So you're continuously learning. A lot of people are concerned with AI right now, and one of the antidotes to fear is just knowledge. You just have to learn about it. So all roles need to have a working knowledge of AI, and it's not just the technical roles. So it's not just the computer sciences, the engineering that need to be aware of AI. It's the marketers, it's the nurses, it's the doctor. It's all different type of roles that just need to know how to leverage AI to improve their personal life as well as in the professional.
Yeah, I mean, and when we talk about, the growth mindset, Carol DeWitt, versus the fixed mindset, where a lot of people are, against this whole movement of AI. And I know we talked about this on previous episodes, but hey, it's the wave of the future. So we gotta, you gotta see how you're going to integrate that into what you are doing currently, or you will be left behind. One of the things about, the Black community is that we always learned how to adapt. And because we learned how to adapt, yes, with the growth mindset, just understanding that, integrating, AI into all of the things that you are already currently doing, so you just don't get left behind in the community. I mean, in the industry that you are currently in, and I know we talked about this on previous episodes, so we definitely got to make sure that we are adapting and adjusting accordingly so we don't get left behind. This is one of the areas where, when you look back 20 years from now, you got to make sure that you rode that wave, where we missed the internet. You may have missed the internet and all these other e-commerce companies and all this other stuff that happened. Hey, this is a wave that you could definitely get on now, because there's a lot of stuff that's still coming out that we are not, that they don't even have curriculum or anything for this, because everyone's still learning. So while you're learning, learn with it.
Yeah, it's moving so quickly. So I was just looking at the different jobs that came out because of AI. One of them last year, everybody was talking about prompt engineering. It's like, oh, we need to become prompt engineering. And now that's pretty much outdated.
Oh, yeah.
The whole role of prompt engineering, because the society has moved up to the point, and they're all starting to get trained that you don't now need a prompt engineering role.
Yeah, I remember prompt engineers were getting like $250,000, $350,000,
like,
depending. Now they're like, oh, we could do this now, people are catching up. But there are always going to be some people that's left behind that needs to be the in-between, the liaison for, the technology and what you're looking to do, as far as your assistance and everything. So, I mean, definitely stay looking to learn and grow each and every day. That is something that we're going to always manifest on this particular podcast.
Yeah.
So you did speak about like all roles are having a working knowledge of AI, not just technical roles. So, how you use it in your personal and professional life. That was another theme that kind of overriding theme that we were talking about throughout the 2 days of the conference within, like I said, it was 60 plus speakers. So, those individuals were, giving a lot of information, a ton of information out. And AI allows you to act big. So if you're a one-person team, two-person team, and everything, you can actually have a 10 and 20-person team utilizing the AI tools that are out there. Be able to not only just grow your business, and we talk about leveling up. You want to be able to level up. A lot of the stuff that was happening 5 years ago and 10 years ago, you wouldn't be able to do if you didn't have, some of these AI companions, and it's integrated into just about everything. If you're using Google, Google has a AI companion as well. So, it's integrated in everything that you're doing. So definitely doing that.
Yeah, I definitely agree 100% that AI allows you to work big. So during New York Tech Week, I did a workshop here called Mastering AI, and I partnered up with an entrepreneur in Newark, and he explained to me all the different things he's using AI. They're like a 2-person team, but he automated everything.
Yeah,
So when
and
the
that's
email
the other
comes
thing
in,
too.
the order goes in, and it goes out, responding. Like, it's amazing how you can use AI agents to offset your workload.
And I think that's one of the key tools, ideas. We talk about automation. So AI allows you to automate. I mean, your number one celebrity fans, your fans, they're not responding to all of their emails and everything. They're using some type of tools to be able to do that. And most likely it's AI, so they're using that. And we talked about the Hampton House, but we did do something, what was that, Friday morning where you did the Sunrise Soul Revival. Talk about that, JoJo. That was phenomenal. Yeah. Sunrise Soul Revival. I mean, I had the opportunity to benefit from that. So, but I'm going to let you talk about it because you led that session.
Yeah, so the Sunrise Soul Revival was based on a training that I'm actually about to complete called Relational Forest Therapy. So I'm going to be a relational forest therapy guide where I take people into the forest or different areas and just get them in tune with their own senses. That allows them to open up to the healing of the forest.
Okay.
So during that experience, we start off with different invitations where I invite people to think of themselves a little differently, engage with their senses, your sight, what are you feeling, what are you hearing, and then noticing different things that are moving around you. And then sometimes we just need to sit and be still.
Yes.
And just appreciate being able to be still.
No,
definitely. So many times we're running around, our minds are racing, and going back into nature is where we should really go when we need to ground ourselves and just take some time for ourselves.
No, yeah, I definitely appreciate the benefit of sitting still, but I want to kind of walk you through the whole experience, right? So JoJo orchestrated this whole thing. It is called it's Sunrise Soul Revival. So we talk about sunrise. So we're out at 5 something in the morning.
Can I add something to this?
Oh, go ahead. Go ahead.
So I'm not from Miami. I didn't realize the parks in Miami, you're not supposed to go into them until after 7.
Okay.
So when I got there, I started like outside of the area I actually want to go into because I didn't want to get anybody arrested.
Well,
so we
since you're
outside.
And I understand, and you're a law-abiding citizen, but I'm from Jersey as well. I'm from Newark, like Fork, and I ignored the signs and just kind of walked into the park, and took advantage of watching the sunrise against the ocean. That was super, super phenomenal, and just kind of taking that part in, and then just becoming one with nature and experiencing everything that was around. I mean, the textures, the water, it was just so many different things. I mean, it was animals. There was actually a person that was actually living out there where we were in the park, and just being able to appreciate life and where we were at the moment, because when we're in the rat race and we just kind of moving, we don't get a chance to stop and appreciate life and what's going on around us. And the quietness and the still was something that just kind of opened up all of the senses and everything. And then we had a circle. We did libations. We also had a nice concoction that you took the time out to put together and everything, which was so refreshing. I don't know if you want to give away the recipe, but at least talk about what was actually in it to kind of help cleanse the system.
Yeah, so it definitely had oranges because I was in Miami, so I had to add some oranges. There's like some lemon peel and some in it. But I was just super happy. My heart really warmed when they asked when you guys wanted more.
Oh yeah.
From the drink, because I wasn't sure how that was gonna go. But you guys enjoyed the drinks.
It definitely was. It was really definitely refreshing. Definitely refreshing. So that was Friday morning.
That was Friday morning,
and then which kicked off.
Yeah.
Then
hindsight might not do a sunrise in Miami.
and then that kicked off day 2 for the BikeCon conference and everything.
Yeah.
So I mean, all of the things that were happening, and then I know you had to leave Saturday, to celebrate. It was a celebration. I don't know if you want to talk about that, but we got a moment. But I know you have a son that's graduating from high school, so that's coming up. But prom season is in full effect.
Yes.
So I know you went to take care of that and enjoy that moment with your son. That was
yeah,
from
they were
the
beautiful.
Yeah, definitely. So you was jet setting out here, boy. I tell you was going from place to place. And so Saturday I actually went to Miami Blue. Miami Blue was an immersive art experience, and it was definitely a unique experience where just got an opportunity to tap into the senses. One was I saw an exhibit with water, light, and a refraction of light against the water and everything, because these were all different rooms that you kind of went into. I went into another room where they had a arrangement of light fixtures or lights that was in the room, but it resonated with your heartbeat. So they had a sensor that actually can take your pulse, and the room will oscillate with your heartbeat, and then you can actually hear your heart beating throughout the room, based on the sensors reading that. I thought that was super dope.
That had been powerful,
No, definitely,
really
you hear your heartbeat and everything, and then you see the lights flickering as your heart is beating too. So that was, those were 2 of the more distinguished rooms. The other ones were pretty much like just like an immersive art where you have flowers and butterflies and stuff all around you and everything. Using projection mapping. Just kind of walking through that. But the other 2 rooms are the ones that stood out the most because the way this individual pretty much did the water, the mist. It was mist, water. Well, I mean, mist is water, but the mist, the light, and then how it oscillated with the sounds and the vibrations and everything. It was just, from an art standpoint, man, that was super dope. And that was my Saturday, and then. Yeah, and that was a Saturday, and then we came back. So that was the whole BikeCon experience. This was my second year being a part of BikeCon as well. And now we're going to jump into – go ahead. What you about to jump? Because I'm about to –
No, I was just going to say I got into it because you sent me the flyer last year.
Yes.
You sent me the flyer last year, and on there it said Blacks at Microsoft. It said BAM.
Yes.
And I was like, oh, how is BAM part? Like, how do I not know?
Mm-hmm.
And you're a part of it. So that's how I ended up going down there. Because I found Tamonte.
Yeah. Yep.
And then I was talking to Tamonte from BikeCon and also from Microsoft and about, I want to volunteer. And he failed to mention that was his nonprofit. Until I finally put 2 and 2 together that was his.
And now you're a part of the executive board.
Yes, I am.
Which is, hey, man, that's how it is. You put the energy out in the universe. So now, something that I was, telling you about, now you're a part of the executive board to help plan the whole thing.
I must trust your judgment.
Hey, good work, goes for good work. So that is something that, we're definitely, going to be able to do. So now we're going to kind of tap into the future in our hands. This is JoJo's next segment.
Yes.
The future is in our hands. Tech Tales, the future in our hands. Take it away, JoJo.
Yeah, so this is interesting one because it's about the kingdom of Kush. And not the historical kingdom of Kush, which resided within where the Nubian region is. But there's another kingdom of Kush that's coming out. So if you're familiar with the map, between Egypt and Sudan, there is an unclaimed territory that exists called Bir Tawil. The kingdom of Kush ended up claiming this area of lands.
Oh, okay.
So Kingdom of Kush themselves, they have 30 million hectare-acres of land across many different countries.
Wait, say that again for the people in the back.
30 plus million hectare, right?
Yes.
Say it?
Yep.
Okay, of land.
Yep.
Across 25 different African countries. They also have different islands, territories in the Indian Ocean and Atlantic Ocean.
Okay.
So they're looking at this land as some place that they can develop, like Dubai was developed. So key objectives for their mission is sustainable development. They want economic growth, building a digital-first city-state, cultural unity, and global partnerships.
So let me ask you: is this a place where they're looking for people to invest in right now?
Yeah, you can go on the website, the Kingdom of Kush website, and look at becoming a citizen. So they have a whole government structure.
Oh wow, that's
as
powerful.
well. When you go on this website, you'll see their government structure. They have events that happen. They have different locations with offices as well. So, but I do want to dive a little bit more into the sustainable development because that's come up a lot, and that's one of the benefits of using AI. So when you're using AI, when you're looking at resource management, it allows you to become more efficient with your resources. It also gives you the ability to have digital governance where you can monitor and manage your resources. It includes transparent decision-making, which is popular if you're familiar with responsible AI. You know, one of the key things for responsible AI is transparency.
Yes.
When you're leveraging. So this sustainable development will have transparent decision-making, providing digital platforms that have open access to the data. Reducing environmental impact by minimizing the ecological footprint. They want to empower citizens, contribute feedback digitally, track projects, and participate in decision-making. Now, the empowering citizens reminds me of what we were talking about at ByteCon when we were discussing the Web3 and how important it was within that Web3 community to get the feedback from the community on how they're going to move forward, and then also building the equity on the blockchain.
Yes. Using
Web3. Another area where they are using AI for sustainable development is predictive analytics.
Oh, yes, yes.
So AI-driven analytics, they can forecast trends and potential challenges. So call to action, definitely go visit kingdomofkush.org. That's kingdomofkush.org. And on there, you'll see Birth of a Nation. Read through that to understand how you create a nation. Many people talk about we need to build a nation. They're actually building a nation.
No,
have built a nation.
That's super phenomenal because a lot of people, you know, we've heard of Kush, but this Kingdom of Kush is a new area, a new settlement that they're looking to develop and looking to develop future cities. When we talk about innovation, we're talking about smart cities. You know, this is, you know, I'm not even going to say the black version of Dubai because we've been creating phenomenal, innovative cities, you know, way before that. But this is going to be the equivalent of something as we look at Dubai that's in its infancy state. So we need to just definitely jump on it. And if you didn't know nothing about it, you heard it here first on the Future is Black podcast. Tune in each and every Thursday at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Like I said, you heard it here. All information that we provide for you is for informational purposes only. Do your own research. You know, you don't have to take our word for it. Just look it up. But we like to be able to share, keep the community in the know, because we are only as strong as the weakest individual that's within our with. I don't know. I messed that all up. But I'm gonna come back to that. I've been messing up all types of stuff today, and I'm gonna apologize on camera. But what I am gonna do is make sure that we are informing the community of the different types of technologies, innovations, and things that's going on around us, so we don't be in the dark. That's definitely what we want to be able to do with this. And if you haven't done so, please make sure you like, share, and subscribe. Let someone know that you are watching the Future is Black podcast, the Future is Black podcast. I think that is all the time we have for today. We have touched on number of things. Yeah, that's it. That's all we got. Tune in next week, same time, same channel, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the Futures Black podcast. My name is Nasir Gifted, and this is
JoJo Abanabi Wright.
And this is the Futures Black podcast. Thank you for tuning in. Peace.